the international scene, the people of Christchurch, New Zealand, they have been listening to stories of heroism emerging from the attacks at two mosques on Friday. One worshipper says he confronted the gunman and threw a credit card reader at him. Security agents say they confronted the gunman with only a handgun, chased and arrested him. He's been detained and identified as 28-year-old Brenton Tarrant from Australia. Investigators have been examining the bodies, which are to be returned to relatives for burial by Wednesday. Tributes have been paid for the victims, while some 34 people remain in hospital, including a 4-year-old girl who is in critical condition. Ethiopia's transport minister says the flight data from the crash Ethiopian Airlines plane suggests clear similarities with the crash of Indonesia last October and would be subject to further study. Ceremonies for the dead took place earlier today in Ethiopia and also in Kenya, which had the highest number of those who died from the crash. Thousands of people gathered in the Holy Trinity Cathedral in Addis Ababa, where empty coffins were draped in the national flag. None of the bodies has yet been formally identified because of the impact. Earlier, French aviation investigators completed work on the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, or black boxes as they are often called, and handed over their findings to the Ethiopian counterparts. In Zimbabwe, pupils from 2 boarding schools are said to be among 31 people to have been killed in eastern Zimbabwe by Cyclone Idai. Officials say they were asleep in the dormitory when rocks swept down a mountain and knocked over a wall. A further 3 people are said to be missing after a bus was washed away when the driver tried to cross a flooded river. The tropical storm cut off power and communications in Manicaland province along the border with Mozambique, where about 21 people have died. The cyclone made landfall on Thursday in Mozambique with winds up to 177 kilometers per hour. It cut off more than 500,000 residents of the port city of Beira, one of the country's largest cities. Roads were flooded and the airport was shut down. Let's take you now to bring you some sports stories. An observer at the ongoing World Summer Games in Abu Dhabi, Mr. Benson at Toyota, is excited that the unique thing about the Special Olympics is that every special athlete is a winner. Mr. Atiyota told Channels Television in Abu Dhabi that seeing people with intellectual disabilities have fun and make friends outside the competitions has been a delight.
You come here to the Special Olympics, you see the advantages in seeing, you find out yourself that there's no actually disadvantaged people. So it's good for us to take lessons from the Olympic Games, and when you actually come here, you find out that people are better placed in some kind of position where they can be somebody. So we have to take this back home and watch out for everybody that has some form of learning disability and get the best part of them, and at the end of the day they become very employable and very successful.
Rangers International have crashed out of the CAF Confederation Cup after they suffered a 1-0 defeat to Tunisia's CS Sfaxien in the final group game at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Ugu earlier this evening, while Nadir Korichi scored the only goal of the Group B class 17 minutes from time to deny the reigning Aiteo Federation Cup champions a spot in the quarter-final. Rangers dominated possession but wasted a number of goal-scoring opportunities in the game. The Flying Antelopes finished in 3rd position in the group with 5 points from 6 games. SF Sfaxien are said, or rather who had already booked a place in the quarterfinals before the game, topped the group with 12 points. Valtteri Bottas has clinched the season-opening Australian Grand Prix for Mercedes earlier today, a performance he describes as the best race of his life. Bottas capitalized on a late pit stop to upset his world champion teammate Lewis Hamilton. Runner-up Hamilton, who switched to the medium compound tyres 7 laps earlier than Bottas, had to battle to hold off 3rd place Max Verstappen and was fortunate the Red Bull driver took a late skid in the grass to lose vital seconds.
what to say. Yeah, the start was really good. It was definitely my best race ever. I don't know what happened. I just felt so good and everything was under control, and the car was so good today. So truly enjoyable, and I need to enjoy today.
No, it's good weekend for the team. So I have to be happy for everyone, and really fantastic job from everyone. Valtteri drove an incredible race today, so he truly deserved it. And we just got some work to do, but still, it's a great start to the year, more than we could have hoped as a team.
I had to overtake Sepp to get onto the podium, which is not easy around here. But yeah, of course, happy to pull that move off, and then also challenging Lewis for second. So yeah, pretty pleased with that.
Well done to Valtteri Bottas. Well done too to his Mercedes-AMG Petronas team, represented by Loic Sella, is the champagne!
And the main news again. The Qatari people today have asked for help following the displacement of over 3,000 residents by violent attacks carried out by gunmen. Most of the displaced persons are presently in camps, many of them women and children. Also today, we brought you a report of the alleged murder of a party agent in River State. The governor Nyesom Wike visited victims' family and promised to take up the upkeep of his young children. Plus, ceremonies were conducted today in Ethiopia and Kenya for the 157 victims of Ethiopian Airlines plane crash. Well, that's news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching. I'm Millicent Walker. Have a good night.